Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Phoenix O'Connor. First tonight, we are learning all the new details in the Baltimore bridge collapse disaster. Search and rescue efforts continue for 6 construction workers who plunged into the Patapsco River when a container ship hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge at high speeds. This caused a total collapse. 2 people have been rescued, with one suffering serious injuries. Maryland's governor says a ship called a mayday after experiencing a power issue. That gave authorities time to stop cars from entering the bridge, likely saving several lives.
The words that the Key Bridge is gone, it still shakes us, because for 47 years, that's all we've known. And so this is not just unprecedented from what we're seeing and what we're looking at today. It's heartbreaking.
The focus right now is on rescue efforts. The bridge was a major thoroughfare of the region. Traffic is being rerouted to Baltimore's harbor tunnels. There's no immediate timeline for constructing a new bridge. Officials do say that it will be a massive effort. And continuing with our coverage on this issue, a destroyed bridge down, missing crew members, and an ongoing investigation looking for answers. The story truly hits home for communities with busy transportation paths across the waters, especially right here in the Tri-States. Our Mackenzie Laporte joins us now to speak on the bridge safety right here at home as we learn more about the terrible tragedy. Mackenzie.
That's right, Phoenix, and what a tragedy this still is for Baltimore, the workers, and everyone impacted by this incident. Now, as you can see on the screen behind me, footage from the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsing after a vessel collided with it. And this really hits home for us across the Tri-States, as we have multiple bridges we travel on to get across the Mississippi. So is this incident something folks at home need to worry about? Well, we spoke to experts and state leaders to get those answers.
It's sad, but this bridge collapse brings it back home that you don't want that to happen in your state.
Across the Tri-States, Illinois, Missouri, and Iowa have 5 different bridges to get us from point A to point B. And with the recent news in Baltimore, concerns are on the rise.
That can happen frequently, and we just want to make sure we've got bridges in place that are equipped to handle that for the safety of our people using them.
Senator Tracy adds that keeping up with infrastructure improvements and repairs is something the state needs to prioritize, especially after this.
We're kind of a hub in Illinois, that we've got the railway, the rivers, and a good interstate system going across our state. So, but it's got to be kept up. And we've kind of neglected it much in the last 10 to 15 years.
Across the river in the Show Me state, MoDOT's Assistant Chief Engineer Eric Schrader explains how vital it is to invest in our infrastructure.
The constant thing when we have over 10,000 bridges and keeping them in good condition, but they're major investments. These bridges are hundreds of millions of dollars, but we also know they're vitally important to economic as they tie our states together and move so many goods to where they need to be and keep people going to where they work and play.
And while these projects are major investments, Schrader shares that safety is always at the forefront.
I think the main thing to keep in mind is the safety aspect of we're ensuring that when these things do occur, and if we can, what we can do to prevent them. That's where we work with the Coast Guard and the Corps of Engineers about making sure navigation can occur safely on our waterways.
Now, Schrader added that we have had to deal with barges striking bridges in the past, but not to the extent of what took place overnight in Baltimore. Working for you, I'm Mackenzie Laporte.
He added, sharing that even though it costs roughly for folks around the Tri-States, repairing old bridges is a need to keep the public safe. This is a developing story. Stay right here on KHQA News as we update you as more information becomes available on air and online.